Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Punch Drunk loves ya.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Show no love. Punch drunk, hungover. Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
To my old self. Wake up to the new me.
Smash that like button, let's go, baby. Happy Hour Thursday.
Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to
What
my
you
old
drinking?
self.
What you drinking tonight? What you drinking tonight?
Bye-bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me.
What? 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 Smash that like, smash that like, smash that like, smash that like.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self.
DJ Camelo, Alex Sensation, págame la música, Yankating. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Okay. Ryan Garcia, the WBC welterweight champion of the world, announces that his next fight, July 27th, is going to be versus the former two-division lineal champion, Teofimo the Takeover Lopez. And I like it. I like it, folks. I like it. You don't got to get back in the back of the line. You don't got to get in the back of the line when you got the accomplishment like Teofimo Lopez. Oh, yo, why Teofimo Lopez going to get a title shot? Well, Ryan Garcia got a title shot after losing to Rolly Romero. Why Rolly Romero get a title shot after losing to Pitbull Cruz? At the end of the day, it is what it is. Don't be hypocrites. Don't contradict yourself. At the end of the day, we want to see the names versus the names. We want to see Rolly Romero in the mix. We want to see Ryan Garcia in the mix. We want to see Devin Haney in the mix. We want to see Tank Davis in the mix. We want to see Shakur Stevenson in the mix. This is our era. These are the names that we've been talking about. These are the names that we've been talking about. Now you want to do something to going back in the line for what? What y'all want to see? Ryan Garcia versus who? Y'all want to see if Devin Haney's in negotiation with Rolly Romero. Y'all don't want to see no Ryan and Tio? You must be out your damn mind. Of course you want to see damn Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez. Of course you want to see it. You mean y'all don't want to see that fight? You mean y'all want to see that fight? I still want to see Ryan versus Devin Haney, the rematch. I would like to see Rolly versus Tio. I would like to see Tank versus Shakur. Oh, yo, but Tank, you know what I'm saying? He struggled versus Roach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson next. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Stop that, folks. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ryan Garcia won. Hey, yo, put it this way. If we was talking about the four kings, right? I mean, a lot of people have been promoting the four kings, right? Of course, the Fab Five, you know what I'm saying? With the Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, right? We're talking about the four kings, Fab Five, whatever you want to call it. We want the golden era to be back in the sport of boxing. Why wouldn't you want to see a Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez? Huh? Come on, man. We gotta stop being a community to stop fights. We're the fight fans. At the end of the day, I don't care if you like this guy or you don't. I don't care if you're a fan of Ryan or you a hater of Ryan. Hater of Teo, fan of Teo. At the end of the day, I'm a fight fan. I want to see a fight. I'm not in the business of saying, no. Teo, he needs a tune-up. Teo needs to work his way back up. No, fuck that. Give me the fights. Give me the fights. Give me the fights. And yo, Ryan Garcia at least is the guy that fought Gervonta Tank Davis, fought Devin Haney, and about to fight Teofimo Lopez. Hey, yo, Ryan Garcia is giving this era what it needs. What we've been waiting for, but we weren't talking about, what we've been matching for. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
July 25th?
Round wrap on July 25th? Who the fuck we fucking up? I don't.
Teofimo.
All right. Okay. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me see who's supporting today's live. Let me see who's in the chat. All right? We want to talk boxing or we want to talk gossip? Let me know what you want. Hey, I'll be the chef. Whatever you order it. Hey, yo, here's the play. What you want today? You want boxing, you want gossip, or you want both? You know what I'm saying? Because there's more things to talk about in the sport of boxing. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing in the building, Jose in the building. If you haven't become a member, become a member of the Punch on Boxing. Stop being cheap. Stop being a cheapskate and support the grind, support the movement. Let's go. Let's go. You feel the energy? Ain't nobody in this community got this type of energy. Ain't nobody in this community got this type of energy. Y'all know it. Let's go. Where's your energy and support? Let me see your energy. Let me see if y'all can match my energy with support. I match the energy with content. You match the energy with support. Let's go. Ryan is due to shit the bed, and Teo is due for a great performance. I got Teo winning, but I have a lot of butterflies for this. Oh, you got a lot of butterflies, huh? You got a lot of butterflies, huh? You got a lot of butterflies, huh? This is a great fight. This is a great fight, the type of fight that we don't know what's going to happen. Because we seen Ryan Garcia do his thing versus Devin the Dream Haney. But then we see Ryan Garcia fumble the bag versus Rolly. And then we see Ryan Garcia do his thing versus Mario Barrios. We seen Teofimo Lopez, you know what I'm saying? He didn't look all that special versus Nakatani, but then he shocked the world versus Vasily Lomachenko that was regarded pound for pound #1 at the time. And then he fumbled the bag with a George Kambosa, a shocking, oh my God, who is this? He was the great. Now look at this. What happened? And then he beat Pedro Compa. And then he look, you know what I'm saying, versus Sandor Martin that retired Mikey Garcia, and then people was questioning Teo, and Teo was questioning himself in the post-fight interview. Do I still got it? Do I still got it? And when he said, do I still got it? The world of boxing saying, does Teo still got it? And then in Madison Square Garden to become a 2-time lineal champion, he beat Josh Taylor, the undefeated Josh Taylor, the pound for pound Josh Taylor, and then Teofimo Lopez right back in the map. And then who's next? You know what I'm saying? Who next? Then he got Jermaine Ortiz that was running a marathon. Oh, man, Teo ain't looked at all that. Damn, Teo. Come on. Then he went out there to Florida to fight Steve Claggett. Come on, man. He should have done that, man. He should have knocked out Steve Claggett. Then the pound for pound panelist was like, you know what? We don't know we're going to be a pound for pound list. Now the Ring Magazine is downplaying Teo. And then out there in Times Square, you know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be the hardest fight versus Arnold Barbosa, undefeated Arnold Barbosa. And then he put a masterclass versus Arnold Barbosa. And they say this type of Teo loses to nobody. That type of Teo loses to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then he got Shakur Stevenson moving up. Unblemished. 3 division at the time, going for the 4th division. I'm thinking Teo going to do his thing. I'm thinking Teo going to flick athleticism, pain, power, and then boom, Madison Square Garden, he laid an egg. I ain't even look like Teo. I was like his dad. Where's the power, bro? Where's the power, bro? Where you going, bro? Damn. You're going to hate yourself in the morning. And I'm like, damn, he going to hate himself in the morning. Tell what happened. It was the moment. It was a sold out crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Madison Square Garden. Everything you dreamed of. The money was there. Turkey was behind it. The Madison Square Garden. It was New York. You born in Brooklyn. It was sold out. It made money. You had the opponent. It was the legacy. It was to regard you beat Shakur Stevenson, motherfucker. Look at you, top 3 pound for pound. Damn, he ain't show up. He ain't show up. So it's the up and down roller coaster. But ladies and gentlemen, who doesn't like roller coaster? Who doesn't like to go to great adventures in the summer? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't like to go to a theme park? We love the roller coaster. Hey, yo, a whole life is a roller coaster. It's up and down, baby. That's our life. My life never been all the way up and up. It's been up, it's been down, it's been up, it's been down. Whole life is a roller coaster. If your life ain't a roller coaster, then your life ain't a good ride. If your life ain't a roller coaster, your life ain't a good ride. Can't be up and up. It can't be up and up. Sometimes we need adversity to see what type of person you are. If you could overcome adversity, if you could weather the storm, we seen Tio do it. Could he do it again? If I had to bet on anybody to fall but pick themselves right back up, it'll be Tio. Let's go. Let's go. My fault, son. César, Caesar, con los 10 pesos de chupo, super chari chari parique. What is that? Okay. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here, son. Even the mic is saying, yo, Punch, relax. Bro, I know Teofimo, your friend. Is this confirmed? And second question, do you believe Teo can win? Of course he could win. Like I've been telling, hey, yo, Caesar, you a member to the channel. What I said? I said that the winner of Shakur versus Teo will get Ryan. Ryan Garcia was going to be the next fight. Since Shakur is not going to go up to the welterweight division, Devin Haney is not dealing with Ryan. He's going straight to the negotiating with Rolly Romero, PBC. It leaves Teofimo Lopez. What if Teofimo Lopez want to get a tune-up? Oh, he gets right back in the mix with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That was the plan. Ryan Garcia was the plan, but Shakur ain't ready to go to the welterweight division. Ryan Garcia is like, I ain't going back down for what? For what? I did it with Tank. Why am I doing it with you? I'm the champion, and I'm the champion, and I'm Ryan Garcia. Why the fuck do I gotta go all the way and do a catchway, rehydration clause, and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. Boxing talk in the building. Boxing talk in the building. Boxing talk in the building. With the 20 pesos a comprar comida china para la familia. Me dice. Teo dominates. Ryan Styles make fights, and Lopez is levels above Ryan. Take that to the bank. Lopez 118, 110, and one judge will look to rob him. Lopez dominates Garcia. Let's talk about boxing. Leave that gossip to the girls. Xander and Boots. Hey, yo, I like my little gossip. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, boxing talk. I like my little gossip. You know what I'm saying? People supporting the Punch Drunk Boxing gossip. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, boxing talk. I tell you right now. Hey, yo, the people are loving the Punch on Boxing gossip talk more than the boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? They liking the gossip. You know what I'm saying? Like going to a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And they say, yo, Punch, give me some gossip. And there's a whole line of guy that wants the gossip soup, that wants a gossip sandwich. And then here's like 3 people that want some boxing talk, and they don't want to order. You know what I'm saying? But they leave a good tippity tip. You feel me? I got to give people what they want too, boxing talk. I got to give people what they want too. You feel me? Most right now, look, hey, yo, right now, look, I'm talking about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder got to fight. People don't want it. People don't want. Hey, yo, Papoose had a fucking interview. I'm sorry. Papoose had an interview with Vlad TV. People want me to talk about Clarissa Shields. You know what I'm saying? They want me to talk about Gervonta Tan Davis. You know what I'm saying? We got, hey, yo, I'm just, my restaurant is getting bigger. You feel me? My restaurant is getting bigger. So I'm giving it, so my menu is getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? I got no more, I got appetizers, I got main entry, I got a bunch of desserts, I got more drinks on the shelf. You feel me? So I'm just giving the people what they want. You know what I'm saying? but yeah, Rap Star Boxing Nile is the voice of the UK, London. You feel me? Boxing Talk. Hey yo, Boxing Talk. We got 29 people looking on right now. Hey yo, the other day we had 400 people looking on, talking about Clarissa Shields getting played by Pappy, by Papoose. So you know what I'm saying? Hey yo, boxing people, y'all gonna support your boy or you gonna leave me hanging? All right? Let me know if y'all smashing the like button. Let me know if y'all sharing it on your also social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool with the new people coming in and showing me support. You know what I'm saying? It's fun to engage. I feel like I'm doing something. I feel like I'm cooking something good. Ryan and this dude. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Ryan versus Teo. He said, man, Rapstar says, I want gossip F boxing. Hey, right? People, hey, yo, Rap. Now when I talk boxing, people are like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Come on, Punch, man. I don't want to hear that shit. Tell me about relationship issues, man. I'm having problems, bro. Hey, yo, Punch, forget about this boxing shit, bro. I'm having problems in family court, man. Tell me what's going on, man. What should I do with this baby mama? You know what I'm saying? That's what people want to listen to now. They don't want to, they say Punch got better things to talk about now. You know what I'm saying? They saying what's happening, bro. Hey, yo, man, hey, yo, Gervonta Tan Davis slapping these bitches and shit like that. Yo, talk about that, Punch. He should go to jail, Punch. You know what I'm saying? They don't want this X and O. That shit is boring, bro. Yo, what you think was gonna win the fight? You know, and the jab and the right hand. You know what I'm saying? Should Teofimo Lopez have his father coaching? Who's gonna be the coach for Ryan Garcia? I mean, father versus father. Ryan, does Ryan Garcia got a good left hook? And Ryan Garcia, they don't talk about that. People got tired of that shit. They want to know if Tag going to prison. They want to know if Papoose is going to come downstairs. They want to see. They want me to talk about what's Papoose new dish on to 50. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to talk. Well, you going to talk boxing. Let me see how y'all love this boxing talk. Let me see how y'all love this boxing talk. Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez, I believe right now is a 50-50 fight. It's a fight that is needed in the sport of boxing. I said it in 2025 that the names gotta fight the names to keep boxing relevant, to keep boxing afloat, to sustain the eyeballs in the sport of boxing. And I like that Ryan Garcia has sustained the eyeballs in the sport of boxing. A lot of people was trying to downplay this man and call him, oh, he's a social media superstar. He's a social media. Nah, he's a boxer and a champion right now. Y'all want Ryan Garcia to be a champion? All right, man. And ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia gonna be fighting Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, one of the most prestige champions of this generation. This is a great fight, a fight that every boxing fan is calling for, that every boxing fan is happy to see, that every boxing fan is happy to announce, that every boxing fan is happy to break down, that every boxing fan is happy to have a dialogue. And if you don't like this fight, you're not a hardcore boxing fan. You don't want this. You just hate T.O. You just hate Ryan. Hey, I say this. If you hear anybody saying, Ryan and Teo not a good fight, unsubscribe to the... Nah, I ain't even going to say unsubscribe to the channel. But move on to the next channel. Move on to the next. Because they don't want to talk about boxing, really. Smash that like. Let me see how many likes we got. Let me see if people like this content. Let's go! Boxing Talk, Colavente, peso! God bless you, Boxing Talk, my brother, my Christian brother right there. I'm with the relationship talk. You be giving gems. You should do a segment on how these boxers getting their legacy stopped by women. Start with Wilder, then Floyd, and talk about it, how they can avoid these wayward women. Hey, we gonna be, hey, yo, this is on deck. This on deck. Yo, look, boxing talk. Hold on. Oh, we're gonna be talking about this today. Hey, yo, boxing talk. We're gonna be talking about it today. Check this out. Hold on. God bless you, my brother. Oh, yeah, Wilder going wild. But we're going to be talking. Hey, yo, this is Happy Hour Thursday. I got no limits. This is Happy Hour Thursday. We're going to be talking about this. Hey, yo, boxing talk. Hold on. Hey, yo, we're going to be talking about this.
Y'all don't understand, man.
Why is it making you emotional?
Because y'all don't understand. How many people wish they was black or want to go through what black people have gone through to this mother day? So when they got a person like me, a modern day Muhammad Ali leader, to protect, to provide, and to educate, y'all people went and grabbed our mother people from our own land. When I get in this rage, it's passion.
I understand.
Because it can't be erased. It would never be forgotten. Then you want to look down on us? We did nothing to anyone. Y'all don't understand, man.
Why is it making you emotional?
Because y'all don't understand.
You's a liar!
Stop it, Wilder. Stop it with the beta-ness. Stop it, Wilder. Stop. You're not gonna fool me, and you're not gonna fool us. Hey, Deontay Wilder. Hey, yo, folks. If y'all been following the channel, you know I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. I'm not like the fan like the other dudes that was like, you know what I'm saying, that that was preaching about the glove gate, the Watergate, saying, oh my God, he's racist. The reason why Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder is because of his light skin, his pale skin complexion, and stuff like that. No. Deja esa vaina. Deontay Wilder, deja esa vaina. All right. The reason why you're mad is because Tyson Fury whooped your ass from pillar to post in front of your friends, family, and at the time, your wife. And ladies and gentlemen, I understand. I understand these fighters. Some of them are going to be like, no, you don't understand. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it is to step inside the ring. You don't know what it is, how to fight. Shut up. I know. I don't need to be stepping inside the ring and take some blows to the head and stuff like that to understand human instincts, human emotions. I understand that it's hard to step aside that ring and take a loss in front of the whole world. I can understand. I can understand the pressure. I can understand the embarrassment. I can understand that a guy like Deontay Wilder, the guy with the freakish power, one of the most powerful punches in the history of the sport of boxing, that was his aura. I can understand the aura. And I can understand when the aura, you don't have that aura no more. I can understand when your woman ain't looking at you like Superman no more. And the type of beating that you took from Tyson Fury, probably the kids doesn't see you like Superman no more. And the people around you don't see you the same no more. And that's what it is. It's not about that you got defeated by a boxer in the ring. It's that you got your ass whooped and he took your aura and took it and crushed it. And once a power puncher outside of Mike Tyson, but when a power puncher, when they get beaten up, that takes a toll. That takes a whole different type of toll. Go ask George Foreman that retired for 10 years and he seek for Jesus Christ and stuff like that. Because it's not about the losers. When you lose, how you lose. I always say everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. And the way that Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped from pillar to post by the Gypsy King, he's not over that. And it's one thing to get beaten by a dude, but then your woman leaves you. The type of woman that you never thought that you could have without the money. That Coca-Cola body, that Filipino, that everything, oh, the face, that booties. Deontay Wilder, without that money, he don't think he'll get a woman like that. So he was like, oh my God, she left me. And now you've seen Deontay Wilder, what he said about the first baby mama, when he's like that, he got trapped, that he used to come in he used to nut in her stomach. Now he's looking at the new dude nutting in his ex-wife's stomach now. And he can't take it. It all came down like an avalanche. You lost your woman, you got beaten up by a dude, bro. Your worst nightmare. And what do certain people do in Deontay Wilder's position? Go with the race card. Oh, that woman in the interview didn't ask you nothing about no race and what you had to overcome in Alabama or nothing like that. No, it's because people still use that as a crutch. I don't understand why. It's like Clarissa Shields when she's getting constructive criticism and people thinking, yo, look at this woman, she's loud and she always go back, oh, it's because I'm a black woman and I'm a black. Shut the hell up. Nobody's talking about your race. Huh? People don't like your fucking attitude. And with Deontay Wilder, people don't like the way that you didn't take accountability for losing to Tyson Fury. And you want to blame it on race. Cop out. Sessa, bro, you're a great boxing analyst, but you do look like a former New York Latin King gang leader or captain, bro. Just my boy. No, I know gang member around here, okay? No gang member around here, okay, Cesar? Good looking out, my brother. Ain't nobody in. No, you wasn't oppressed, Deontay Wilder. Stop with that mess. Stop with that bullshit. Stop. You was not oppressed. Deontay Wilder, you ain't getting in trouble back in the days. You went to college. You had 2 jobs. And then when you decided to box, there was a white man to help you in JD. And then you got a white manager in Shelly Finkel. The white people, they help you get that type of money to help your princess out. You never been oppressed, Deontay Wilder. Stop that fucking mess already, man. I'm tired of these people. But you never been oppressed. Stop adopting that emotions from the past and inflicting that and adopting it so you can have a self-victimhood card. Like, I got a self-victimhood card and I haven't pulled that shit out in years. Because I understand the world wants us to be emotional. They want us to make decisions off emotions. They want to adopt in emotions that we never went through. No, I don't care who's gonna say punch. You know what you're talking about. Ain't nobody here been through the shit that the people had to go through back in the 60s and 50s and 40s. We no stupid around here. Racism is blind and old and in a wheelchair. I'm not saying that racism doesn't exist, but racism ain't stopping or oppressing nobody out here no more. Man, you run through racism now. If you still crying about racism, you a weak ass motherfucker. Your wife is gonna go with the white man. Keep on complaining, the white man because of this and the white man because of that. Hey, yo, the chick gonna be like, fuck it, let me date the white man too. Shit, if that motherfucker got everything, he's stopping you for everything. Let me go date the fucking white man. Stop that weak ass shit, bro. That shit is played out. My brother, that shit is played out. That's why when he's saying that shit, people looking at him like crazy. Get the fuck out of here, man. People making, hey, yo, Deontay Wilder, man. People making money off fucking video games right now. Get the fuck out of here, man. You don't gotta understand that all people went through this, and everybody knows what people went through, bro. Oh, man. Is that the reason why Tyson Fury whooped you? Is that the reason why your woman robbed your money and stuff like that? Is that the reason why you was nutting in the baby mama's in your baby mama's stomach? And you went to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom and she took a spoon and she put the little cum that was on her stomach back in there, and then she trapped you with a baby. Was that the white man? Shut the fuck up. Stop it, bro. Stop. And people need to stop enabling the BS already, bro. Oh, man. Just say it. Say that you heartbroken. Say that you still can't get over the ass whooping that the Gypsy King gave you from pillar to mother effing post. And then you in the third fight, you tried hard and you tried your best. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, say it like this. That was the best Deontay Wilder, bro, in that third fight. And it wasn't good enough. You wasn't saying that when you hugged up Tyson Fury, you gave him a hug. You ran up to Tyson Fury like it was like a chick in a Michael Jackson concert to give Tyson Fury a hug in Saudi Arabia. My nigga punched it like he would rob you when he was younger. Leave you. Nah. He's a good guy. Deontay Wilder is a good dude. Came from the church. Father is a preacher. God bless his dad. God bless his family. This what it is, man. It's like I'm telling you, man. There are people like this. I used to be like that too, man. I used to be like that. Post 2012, I used to be like that, bro. And I changed, man. I changed. I know how the world wants us to think, huh? They want us to adopt an emotions. I'm gonna give you. I said this story a long time ago for the newbies. I'm gonna give you this story. I was so inflicted with the same mindset that Deontay Wilder had, bro. That the white man is the devil, and the white man's fault is this and this and that. And I remember my basketball team. I said this story before. Mark was the only white guy in our basketball team, new to the basketball team, right? And we had practice, and we was running an inbound play, and Mark was a point guard. He couldn't get the ball. I had him locked. You know what I'm saying? He was getting tight. He was pushing off. Coach, offensive foul, and I'm talking my shit to Mark. I'm talking my ish, and he's pushing off, and he can't get the ball. And then the coach is like, "Yo, Mark, get free and get free yourself up, do a better job." Yeah, and the coach is getting on Mark. I'm talking my ish. So Mark, I said, "Yo, don't push me off like that," because there was one he pushed me off and stuff like that. Oh, man, my man, you locked up. You know what I'm saying? So the next time he pushed me, but with his elbow, right, hit me like right here. Boom, I turned around, bro. I didn't even want to punch this dude. I slapped him, and y'all know folks that when a man slap another man, see, you could punch another man, snuff another man, but the most disrespectful shit is when you spit or when you smack a dude. Man, I cocked this shit back, yankadang, and smack the crap out of Mark, right? Coach, yo, go to the locker room, bro. Go to the locker room. My coach suspended me for 2 games, right? Later on in the cafeteria, coach seeing me, he said, "Yo, Crazy Eddie, why you hit Mark like that? Why you ain't hit Glenn? Glenn was our center, right?" He's trying to say like, "Yo, are you hitting Mark? But why don't you go after the biggest guy in the team and smack up Glenn?" I said, "Because Glenn never disrespected me." And then he said, "You know what I told my coach, Coach J?" I said, "Coach, I've been waiting for that all my life." "What you talking about?" I said, "Man, I've been waiting for me to smack up a white guy. I regret that." If anybody, I said this story like 5 times throughout my punch drunk boxing and stuff like that. That's one of the most ignorant shit that I ever did. You know why? Because in my life, no white man did anything to me. I didn't go through no racism. I never, a white man said the N-word or kept me from getting a job or kept me from getting this. I never had a problem with a white individual ever in my life prior to that. But the mindset, they make you hate. They make you adopt an emotion and feelings and an experience that you never experienced. All of this is just, they treat it like a robot. They inflict that mentality, that emotion to hate, right? Until I really started thinking about, and me and Mark became cool. And throughout that time, that's when I was making the transition. But when I really made my transition, was like, yo, this is all an operation. This is all mental fuckery. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo. And then when I started debating, because before Punch Drunk Boxing, I used to have a website. I created a website, thetruthhurtsouch.com. And I started having dialogues around that time. I started having debates. People used to hate it. I lost friends over it because I started questioning my other friends. I started questioning associates and being online. I said, let me know whoever oppressed you. Tell me a white man that ever did this to you. Tell me a white man did it. And people couldn't answer it. 90% of the people couldn't answer it. And you know what? They'd be like, oh, so you're trying to say that there's no racism? No. I'm not saying that if there's a racism, yes or no. I'm asking you, do you experience it? Did a white man keep you from this? Did you keep it from this? Did you earn? Did somebody keep you from being in this school, in this job, in this thing? Did anybody kick you out from the hospital? That when you went to the hospital, they didn't want to give you medicine? Blah, 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 blah. 90, almost to 100% couldn't give me an experience. I'm saying, damn, a lot of us is mind effed. A lot of us is mind effed. And then I started doing a lot of research and say, damn, why are they always putting a slavery movie like every other year or every 4 years when there's about to be an election? Because they want us to vote emotionally. And it become I've lived long enough to understand the cycle, right? There's going to be a time when they're talking about police brutality. Then there's going to be a time they're talking about, racism. And then there's going to be a time where we're talking about for women. They're going to be talking about the women not being respected in the workplace and blah, blah. And then they're talking about the LGBT movement. And then it goes another cycle of an emotion. It goes to another cycle of an emotion. And then say that this politician that we're about to vote for is racist. And then they have a smear campaign of this race. So then it become a race and an emotional roller coaster. Not an emotional roller coaster, but we stay in this emotional state of mind. And an experience that we never had. You know what I'm saying? So Deontay Wilder is going on a rant, talking about, that this race, and our people do this and our people do that. Yeah, but I could stay there. I could say that story for the rest of my life. Everybody has gone. The Jews, the Chinese, they used to, the Chinese people, they used to kill the woman's baby back in the days if it was born a girl first. You know how other ethnicity move on? It moves on. Everybody been oppressed. That's it. And it moves on. That's just history. It is the way of life. Who said that we living in heaven anyway? Deontay Wilder is acting on because you haven't got over the ass whooping. Yo, let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Boxing, if you notice, boxing is a mental illness cesspool. And the biggest disease in our community, especially men in our culture, the biggest disease, the number one disease is lack of accountability, lack of responsibility. When we overcome the lack of accountability and the lack of responsibility, our community and culture will elevate, and people will want to be like us. He said, oh man, tell me somebody that want to be black. Nobody want to be us. People want to dance, people want to rap, people like to be entertained by us, but people don't want to be us. ¿Quién quiere ser pobre? Nadie. Who want to complain all day? Nobody. Who don't want to have a culture that people come together and know how to build and make money? Of course, nobody want to be us. Why would they? It's not because, because this ethnicity got oppressed, the Arabs got oppressed, the black Africans got oppressed, the Chinese got oppressed, the Japanese got oppressed, the Indians got oppressed. Damn, everybody got oppressed. It's culture. Entertainment is different, but it's the culture. It's the culture. Do you know how to unite and say, yo, my boy, you got good credit. I got good credit. You got good credit. Yo, I got, there's $10,000 here. We don't even have financial literacy. I say the truth. I don't got financial. I'm learning now at an older age, financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I've learned in the old age, at an older age, that I wish I would have learned when I was younger. I wish I would have learned in my teens, and in my younger 20s. The word help. The word help. I said, damn. I never asked for help. Man, in the situation that I was born and raised, and man, help should be the number one word. Prideful. We so prideful and poor at the same time. No, that don't go together. So I don't want to hear all that nonsense that Deontay Wilder has to say. And Deontay Wilder, you're not prepared. And I'm going to say this, man. Find your purpose. Find the purpose. Because when you was knocking everybody else out, you know that was the purpose. The purpose to get that money so you could take care of your child. And sometimes God give you something for what you pray for. God give it and God takes it away. Maybe you only. I'm gonna give you an example, folks. I'm gonna give you an example. I like talking about these persons. I'm gonna give you an example because maybe y'all can understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you pray for something, right? You want this, you want to accomplish this, you want to be that, you know. And God blesses you, but He blesses you like in a different angle, a blessing that you don't see, but it benefits you. I'll give you an example. God, man, I used to play baseball and basketball. I want to make it in basketball. I want to make it in there, but I don't like school. Right? So I'm playing ball in high school, but I'm a C plus, B minus, C plus, B minus for the. I just want to pass to stay on the team. If I'm not in the basketball team, if I ain't playing baseball, I don't want to go to school. So you know what? I'm doing my thing as a basketball player. Boom, I get my diploma. Go to college. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing JUCO. Boom, boom. I got my associate degree without even knowing. It came through the mail because I'm so focused in ball. But then as soon as I got my diploma, got my degree, the sport thing ain't working out. Then I got a son. I got my first son, and stuff like that. I got to take responsibility. Do I go to Colombia and Venezuela or something like that and go overseas for $20,000, $25,000, or should I take care of my son and stay here? So then I got choices, right? But what I'm saying is, for me to accomplish certain things, God put something else for me to be. Sometimes He'll get you focused on something so you can accomplish this. It's weird. It's weird how God works. It's weird how God works. You know what I'm saying? If you would have asked me 10 years ago, would I be doing boxing content in YouTube? No. I would have not. You don't know what life brings. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this right here right now, me going live at 12:25. Maybe this right now, boxing is keeping me from being in the street. Keeping me from being in the street and then stay in the bar and drink and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be like honest right now, man. If I ain't talking boxing, what would I be doing at this moment right now? At this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? So God blesses you with certain things to keep you from not falling into a deep state or a deeper state. You think it ain't looking out, but He looking out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we going deep. We went a little deep. But I like to give my personal experience, because if I'm man enough to give credit and also give constructive criticism to boxer through content. Shit, I ain't perfect, man. God needs to, man. I am perfect, you know. I go through my ups and downs and my how do you say tribulation? I go through my shit, trials and tribulations. If what Wilder's going through is oppression, please write white man, I want some of that oppression. This dude rich, he made it in America, and he's saying he's not oppressed. It's this. He's finding an excuse. He's finding an excuse. What most people do when you in the down, I'm not gonna say in the downfall, nothing like that. He got a big fight. He gonna make millions versus Derek Chisora. Maybe he got to give up those millions. I heard recently, 48 hours ago, that his fiance's son is suing him. I don't know how official that is or real that is, but I seen it online that he's getting sued. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. And maybe the reason why that kid is suing it because, come on. Yo, that's why all money ain't good money, man. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. There's some good money and there's some bad money. When it don't come from a genuine place, Wilder got cheated. The haters hate that. Wilder got cheated. The haters hate that. How he got cheated? How he got cheated? You know what I'm saying? What he do about it if he got cheated? And if he did get cheated, what he do about it? Oh, they egg waste. They try to kill my life. You hugged the man. You hugged the man that cheated on. That you supposedly cheated on you. You meant to tell, yo, boxing talk, colo 20 pesos. God bless you, boxing talk. Brother in Christ, you meant to tell you, but I didn't catch the live. Rip to your grandma, man. Yeah, man. You know how it is, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. The gift and the curse is that we blessed to have queens like her, and we never getting that woman back. They don't exist anymore. Be thankful we had them. Yep. Matter of fact, I was doing that day I was doing it live, man. I started talking about and I was getting emotional while I was driving, bro. My shit, I'm sorry, my thing was getting so watery that I had to turn off the live, bro. Hey, yo, boxing talk. I cut the live off. I put my hash lights on and I stopped in the middle of the highway. Not in the middle, but you know, I parked. My eyes was getting so watery that I couldn't, you know, when you like, I can't, it's tearing to the point where that's like, te está picando. Yeah, man. Cause it's like, yo, it's like there's some days like tomorrow's Fridays be tough. Friday be tough because on Fridays, that's the Fridays I used to have hour conversations. It used to be my thing. I'll call around 6 o'clock, 6:15, around 5:49, around that time, almost every Friday, we have that long conversation, cracking jokes. Hey, my sister, my grandmother, she is that funny. She could have been a stand-up comedian. So we crack up. We talk about everything that would like just everything, and everything is funny. You know what I'm saying? Snap on family members and all that stuff. But yeah, man, it's tough because you're like, damn, you're never going to see this person again. And I'm talking about in earthly wise, in a physical form. It's like, damn, it's like there be days like, am I gonna go see it? Yeah, it's like really como ya, it's gone. That's it. That's it. One of the things that I was talking, and good looking, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. One of the things that I did really started thinking heavy on what Deontay Wilder said in that recent interview with the woman on the Zone. He said, when I die, people gonna remember me. People gonna remember me. When he talking about the statue at first, look, ladies, at first, I'm like, look at this. Oh, man, Deontay Wilder at it again and with the statue. And he said, man, the statue, man. And he started crying. I'm like, oh, man. And I cut but when I start thinking about it, it's true. Most of us, we're going to be forgotten. That's it. Like we never existed. Deontay Wilder and that statue, he might never be forgotten. But most of us, we're going to be forgotten. Like we never existed. like we never existed. Just like my great, 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 great grandmother and grandfather, I don't know. I don't know their name. I don't know where they really, what's their origin really. I know their origin, but I'm just saying I know nothing about them. I know what they was good at, what they did, nothing. And then my kids and their kids, they become nothing. Hey, yo, 5 more generations in the future, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. I'm glad that I have sons to keep my last name alive. And I started thinking, I said, damn, what am I doing to leave my print in life? That at least I could be, I'm not gonna say relevant, but people will know of me 6 generations ahead or 5 generations ahead. There's only few people like that. In 100+ years, and who's talking about? I think Mike Tyson started talking about that. Like every 50 years, people forget that's it. Who are you in 150 years? Or let's say 200 years. But who are you in 200 years? You know, I'm glad that my son, my oldest son, really knew my grandmother. And he could pass that on. But then 2 more, my great great grandchildren will know nothing of my grandmother. That's it. My kids don't know nothing about my great grandfather. They know nothing. I know him. I used to play dominoes with him. But that's it. You know? The wars with Clarissa Shields at preach Easter Sunday coming early. Yeah. You know? So I start thinking, man, what am I doing? You know, hopefully, if we're talking boxing, I could be some type of Burt Sugar. You know? Leave an imprint. Leave my analysis in place. Hopefully we do have a bunch of, but I think that even with social media, because people think because social media that, oh, it's good that we have the internet and social media, so people are going to go back. No, I'm going to tell you like this, man, a lot of things going to be buried because of social media and the internet the way that it is today. There's certain videos that I can't even find from 10 years ago, bro. Like other videos that I've been trying to look for. And then let's say my videos, I've done so much videos. How many videos I've done? I've done 6,000 videos. 6,000 videos. Since I created Punch Drunk Boxing, 6,000. There's videos that I'm like, yo, where's this video that I haven't seen? Where's this? If that is buried, imagine years from now how it's going to work. You know, at a certain time, they like to erase data to make room for new ones. Shit. But I got Deontay Wilder beating Derek Chisora. I'm rooting for Deontay Wilder to beat Derek Chisora, but I can't be a fan of the things that he's saying. I'm a fan of how he is as a dad because I became a Deontay Wilder fan when he was representing USA, and I was so happy years after when Golden Boy Promotion signed him. But I related to Deontay Wilder. At the same time, Deontay Wilder was talking about how he's a father taking care of his daughter. I was a father at this around the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I like his passion as a father. I like his passion, the way he was talking about Christ and things of that nature. I like that. You know, I respected Deontay Wilder as a man, but man, the way that he lost to Tyson Fury, I think that really took a toll. And then he started talking about meditating and smoking and doing all that. What is it? Alucarnia, whatever that stuff is called. Nah, my brother. Jesus Christ started drifting away from you. You don't even want to admit it. Deontay Wilder doesn't want to admit it. And y'all notice, I noticed when you got with that chick, different energy came in your life. You was pushing Christ away, and you started experimenting on other spiritualities. Am I right or wrong? That's what happened to Deontay Wilder. That's why you are the way that you are right now. You started experimenting on different spirituality. How can you believe in Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, but then you say you're going through this and because the earth and stuff like that and all that's it. That's like the same thing when I was talking about when Teofimo Lopez, he talk about Jesus, but then he talk about the universe. ¿Qué universe y universe? ¿Qué universe? Es Jesucristo y ya. Oh, the universe is this and the ¿qué? The universe is the universe. Es Jesucristo y ya, mi hermano, ya. You don't, there's no two different spirits and gods and no. God makes the universe. That's what it is. And he don't want to say that. He don't want to say that. That girl got him into that. It was like a little witchcraft. Yeah. What's the name of it again? Alawama. Something like that. What was it he said in that interview when she did the interview with him in her podcast a while ago? What was it? What was the name? It starts with an A. Let's go. What was the name? Hold on. What was the name? No. I forgot the name that he said. Let me see. What's the Aya Osaka? Me, look, English is my second language. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Ayahuasca. Y esa mierda. Hey, yo, Boxing Talk. What the? 20 pesos. God bless you, Boxing Talk. Tonight's the night. Hit to go. There, it happened to Wilder. It happened to Teo. Look at these women, brujas, hermano. These brothers talking crazy because the soul ties they're connected to Teo, Wilder all sound crazy. Check the girls. Hey, yo, Boxing Talk. Boxing Talk. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, listen to my brother Boxing Talk. Boxing Talk knows exactly, bro. He don't even know. Yo, you know what it is, Boxing Talk? You don't even know details. And you're 100% right. Hey, yo, Queen Lakers in the building was good. Hey, yo, Boxing Talk. What you said right there, you don't even have to know the details, and you're 100% right. You could tell these women change. These dudes be changing when they with these different type of women that brings another spirituality, and they adopt it. They adopt whatever they adopt. You know why? Because they don't believe in the order of God anymore. You're supposed to lead a righteous man, be the extension of God, God over Christ over man over woman, woman over children. They don't believe in that order, and they let the brujeria women come into their life and take over. Good looking out. I don't know what it is. You know what it is? You know what it is? And I think that they don't want to admit it is that boxers, if y'all know boxers, if y'all familiar with boxers, y'all friends, family members, they live a very unique life. To be who they are, to gain the craft and the skills, they have to be in a dungeon. Whether you want to believe it or not, and I'm not giving excuses to fighters. Fighters are like caged animals. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. And there's no disrespect to fighters. I understand why they have to be that type of person. Everybody around them doesn't do what they do. Their occupation is very unique. They practice fighting. They risk their life sparring, and they risk their life to feed their families. I know it's a choice, but also these guys get punched in the head for a living at the same time. That's their practice. They fight to fight, right? Not everybody's like Keith Thurman. Not everybody is wise. Not everybody is grounded, right? But if you really had friendship and stuff like that with certain fighters, right? Their real circle is real small. Their friends are the friends of their coaches and fathers and stuff like that. They really don't have a. If you look at, I'm gonna give you an example. If you look at Devin Haney, the people around Devin Haney is either his brother, father, but it is the people that his father puts around Devin Haney. If you look at Ryan Garcia, his surroundings, who's his friends? You've seen different people all the time. His real friend is just his dad and his brother Sean. If you look at Rolly, who's Rolly around? Rolly's around nobody. If you look at Tank just have new people around. The people that they're hired to be around them. Floyd Mayweather. Who's around Floyd Mayweather? Who's around Tio outside of his dad? And let's say, I've been around Tio and stuff like that, but and shout out to the family member, the sisters and stuff. But outside of who's around Tio? Who's around Shakur? Like because they didn't grow up going to school like that and gaining friends because their friends didn't relate to what they do. They couldn't do the same thing that their friends do like that for the most part. They recreation kids, but in the gym, boxing gym kids. That when they're not boxing, then their life is like, who really am I? Who's really my friends? I mean, I have associates with other fighters. I mean, the amateurs, they travel a lot, they fight a lot. They don't even eat like their friends because they're always in a diet. So they're not going to go to McDonald's, they're not going to go this, and they're not going to do that. Then when they become a pro, they get a lot of time for themselves because now they're fighting 2 times a year, or maybe 1 a year. Now they started getting to know themselves a little bit more, and the people around them they're lonely, so they get new friends around them and stuff like that. They didn't have no time for women. Their trainers and fathers didn't even allow them to have women. And that's why they always fall for women like this right away. The baddest chick that they see right away, bing, that's it. They want a wife and they want to have a baby. Boom. Think about a lot of the fighters. Think about it. Outside of the Andre Ward, because he's been with his lovely wife since the beginning and stuff like that. But look at everybody. Look at Tank, how he deals with women. Look at Adrian Broner, how he deals with women. Look at Deontay Wilder, how he deals with women. Tio got his wife, but it's very public how he's talked about the ups and downs of his wife. Shakur have no problems. Look at Devin Haney. Look at Ryan Garcia. Most of these guys, their downfall, it surrounds women. They're 100% not focused because what's going on at home as well. Let's not forget that Manny Pacquiao, remember Jinky, sent him divorce papers leading up to his fight. But that situation is different. Jinky and Manny Pacquiao have been together for a long time, but they don't know how to handle relationships. They're socially awkward. Boxers are socially awkward. You know what I'm saying? Socially awkward. It's how long it took Terrence Bud Crawford to truly be out there promoting himself. He's on 38 and 37. Now he's feeling comfortable. Now he should have been doing that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But they're socially awkward, bro. So that explains Papoose downfall. Nah, hey yo, Clarissa Shields, she's socially awkward. She's socially awkward. And maybe the other ladies are socially awkward too, but the thing is they're not boisterous. They're more like they're more humble. You know? They don't disrespect men because in the line of how women boxers truly doesn't respect men because men are the one that really could are the only ones that really was there for them. You know what I'm saying? Build their career, spar with them and all that. Clarissa Shields, ella no tiene vergüenza. She hates on she hates on the pioneers. She's trauma. She's feel like people been probably saying that she don't look cute or she pretty, that she always, that is already ingrained in her that she's not attractive. So now everybody else needs to be ugly. That's why she hates all the girls that men give that woman credit. That's why she hates Alicia Baumgartner because a lot of men like her. She be like, oh, these light-skinned black women. That's why she don't like, because they feel like she's light-skinned black and she has this, how you say, I forgot the word. He said, we still gotta live our brother Wilder prayer. Of course, man. Shout out to Wilder. I'm a Wilder fan. But me being a fan is not to enable everything. That's not being a fan. That's being a fraud. That's being fake. No. I'm a fan. And if you my friend, no, I tell the truth. I tell the truth. What's my people? Hey yo, my brother Demetrius Andre. I tell Demetrius Andre the truth. Needs to tell the truth. But I the thing I like about Demetrius Andre is Demetrius Andre. He's not a delusional dude. He's not delusional. If he takes an L, he takes an L. The business of boxing, how people the way that he carried. I wish people knew him more. I wish people, because he gets hated so much that it's like. It's weird. It's weird. He's one of the realest motherfuckers I ever met in boxing. Man down to earth, family man. Keep it real and everything. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of delusion. Boxing is a mental illness cesspool of full delusions, in which delusion, if you channel it right. Because in this line of work and you train, you gotta feel like you could be any man, and if you're a woman, you could be any woman in the ring. That's the mindset. You're going to war. I don't have no problems with fighters feeling like that. I don't have no problems with fighters that have their mind geared like that. Not to the point of delusion like Clarissa Shields that she could beat up men. No, but your contemporaries. Yeah, you should feel like you could be anybody. Anybody around the division that you could campaign in. Yeah, complex. That's the word I was looking for. Lou. Boxing Talk, con los 10 pesos. God bless Boxing Talk. Good looking out, man. Appreciate the donations. On the real, I pray for Clarissa, not giving her excuse, but she needs to heal. She needs to know that God made her beautiful, and she's been through a lot. Not giving her an excuse, but strengthen. Oh no, but she needs prayer. Feel for her. Yeah. Of course. Hey, yo, Boxing Talk. Most of the stuff is comedic as well. I'm like that. I snap on all my peoples. Like, that's the way that I'm geared like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, snapping. I wish that, I mean, she could take a little bit personal, but because she came on my channel and talking about that she's gonna sue me because she said I was lying about something, her blocking me because I said that Amanda Serrano was the most entertaining fighter. That's the reason why she blocked me on Twitter. Because I said that Amanda Serrano is the most entertaining fighter in women boxing. And she goes, oh, I'm entertaining. I put the whole thread. So it's like, it's not about people actually going at her and trolling her on her platform. She be on social media going at people in their platform. She came to Punch Drunk Boxing. She came to my Twitter thread. You know what I'm saying? But why she don't come to my thread when I was here debating Rick Glazier, while Rick Glazier was smoking her, and I was defending her, calling her a queen? Why she didn't come over here? Why she don't be on social? Why she didn't come to my channel? Well, not come to my channel, but say, yo, I'm gonna go to Punch Drunk Boxing because I'm on. There's only 2 channels on YouTube that did the live commentary to her first pay-per-view event. That's another thing in our community, that people rather pay attention to the negative, what they deem is negative about them, what they deem constructive criticism. They don't like the praise. The praise, they're like, This is the reason why more people pull out more negative things out there, or constructive criticism, or think that's going to spike emotions, right? It's because that gets them an attention. But when I praised Clarissa Shields for nearly 3-4 years, I didn't see no Clarissa Shields or her people, her fans coming to my channel. You know what I was getting, Boxing Talk, on the channel? When I was doing live about women boxing? Oh, come on, Punch, man. Talk about something else. Come on, man. We don't give a damn about these women, man. That's like watching the WNBA. People, every time when I started talking about women boxing, bro, the people, when I used to have the open panel, they didn't want to talk. Yo, come on, Punch. Man, who cares about these women, man? Blah, 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 blah. Clarissa Shields wasn't coming to my channel saying, yo, why she didn't say, yo, Punch, man, thank you for supporting me. No, as soon as they hear constructive criticism, they want to show up. And it's almost like that because we're geared, because this culture, our culture, is always geared to proving the haters wrong. And I always say to fighters that I know, I've told this to Demetrius, I told this to Teofimo, I've told this to Ryan Garcia. I said, man, don't focus on proving the haters wrong. Haters are come from, it's evil spirit. Prove that your supporters don't make no mistakes. Prove that God make no mistakes. Prove your supporters right rather than just prove your haters wrong, because your haters always gonna hate on you. The more that you accomplish, the haters gonna hate. They're gonna hate you more. But prove that what your supporter been saying about you and preaching about you, prove them right. Prove that God make no mistakes. But if you gear that God made that oh, I'm gonna prove the haters wrong, then your approach is dictated by the hate. If you're proving the haters wrong, then your approach to succeed, and you're motivated by the hate. How can you be motivated by the hate? That's how the devil gets you right there. Because guess what? If you're motivated by proving the haters wrong, you want to accomplish this so bad to prove the haters wrong, knowing that the hate is the spirit of the devil, then the devil is dictating your motivation, and it's not God. How many people you hear, how many famous people you hear, or artists, or hip-hop artists, or athletes, man, or people around your community, man, I'm going to prove, watch. I'm going to prove to you that God makes no mistakes. Tú verás que Dios got me. I'm telling you that God, his blessings got me. You don't hear that. You don't hear that. Watch, I'm going to prove these haters wrong. Watch. I'm going to shut all you up. How about if you say, watch, you see my supporters, they're going to even scream even louder when I beat you. No, I'm going to shut you up. And that's why a lot of people still feel, that's why certain fighters still feel empty when they win. That's why they still feel empty when they win. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Because you thought that when you won, that you was going to shut the haters up. You thought because you won that your haters was going to turn into a supporter and then give you the praise that you was looking for, while you have a whole bunch of people praising you, you forget about them. And then what happens? God gives it and God take it away. You pray for something, but you really want to impress the haters. You ask God for something, but you want the validations from the haters. So what God is gonna do? Boy, here, leave it to them. You don't. I'm not good enough. How you praying? God, man, I wish that you give me the opportunity. Just give me an opportunity, because I want to feed my family. I want to be a champion, or I want to be this. Watch, I'm gonna prove the haters. Well, watch what I'm gonna do. God don't work like that. I don't think so. I mean, that's the interpretation. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't got the answers, but I don't think that God thinks. I don't think so. You know? It's always, I told y'all. When they win something, they come right back to social media. I told y'all what y'all said. Stay on that side. Good looking out, Boxing Talk. Appreciate you, man. So, let's go back to the fight.
July 25th? Should I unwrap him? July 25th? Who the fuck we fucking up? I don't.
Teofimo.
Teofimo. Ryan versus Teofimo Lopez. Ryan Garcia said July 25th. Again, I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great fight for this generation. They both in their prime. I'm not looking for undefeated fight. I mean, you know what's the best thing though in this community? Not in this community. I'm sorry, for this era, is that we already seen the vulnerabilities, and all these guys lost. Teo lost, Ryan lost, Devin Haney. We could say, you know, he really lost to Ryan Garcia. We already seen him get knocked down. We seen Gervonta Tank Davis struggle with Lamont Roach. People felt that he lost. The only one that really doesn't have a blemish is Shakur Stevenson. That he's barely loses rounds. Really look at, you know what I'm saying? That's the only one that has truly have looked it almost perfect. Nobody is perfect. You take away that Edo de los Santos. And I'm gonna say it like I said it before. I'm gonna give Shakur Stevenson the benefit of the doubt that he was injured. When I was watching that fight, after that fight, I said he had to be injured. He had to be injured. And then I know, and then come to find out he was injured. But you take that Edo de los Santos performance, he's nearly a perfect fighter. I never thought that he was gonna do that to Teo. No. I never thought that he was gonna do that to Teo. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this: with Canelo Alvarez versus Bud, I thought that Canelo was gonna beat Bud, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe Bud does got a chance, because Canelo, in all actuality, he hasn't been looking special. He hasn't been looking great. He's been looking really good, but he hasn't been looking great for a long time. But then it was that Bud performance versus Madrimov that really had me thrown off, right? But I always felt that when the smoke clears, it would be Teo versus Shakur. But I never thought that Shakur was going to win every round like that. That really surprised me, bro. And it's not that surprising that Shakur is not great. I always said it. I always said it religiously on my channel, that when the smoke clears, it will be Teo and Shakur. But the way that Shakur beat Teo is like, I just don't see nobody winning. Like it looked, to be honest, it looked like the monsters from Space Jam took away the skills of Teo. You know? And how he felt after the fight is one thing I think is alarming, but for him, mentally wise, you know what I'm saying? I think with Teo is all mental. I think that he got all the skills in the world. And I think if you ask any trainer privately, you You know what I'm saying? They always like a lot of Tio have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way because of the things that he was saying and promoting and stuff like that. But I've spoken to enough coaches in boxing that says that, yo, Tio is special. But just like Shakur Stevenson said, he said that Tio's biggest weakness is this. And what his dad said after the fight, that his son's biggest weakness is this, I think is evident. Is that. And if he doesn't get that, this is keeping him from being truly, truly one of the greatest. This right here, not the skills, not the hard work. He's always in shape. He's a gym rat. He got the skills. He got the athleticism. He got the IQ. But this right here, if you don't fix that right away, this right here, I think that's keeping him. At the end of the day, you got to find your true purpose. Your true purpose. You got to satisfy. You got to look in your mirror and say, that's the only person that can satisfy yourself is yourself. You got to be happy. No, that's what I always say. I even told Tio, man, your happiness, bro. When you beat Shakur, man, just go on a trip all by yourself, man. You gotta really smell your flowers, man. Do you put Shakur above Inoue? Not yet, no. But Shakur isn't, man. Shakur, man. I say this, man. People lucky that he doesn't have that type of power. If Shakur, but look, man, he was standing right in front of Tio, man. He ain't back up one bit. Boxing Talk say, yo, you ready to have the honest Tio convos tonight? The night. Hey, I always keep it real. I'm always gonna support my guy. Win, lose, or draw. I always said win, lose, or draw. A career is not forever. I still back Tio to be a great man, a great father. Shout out to Mama Lopez. Shout out to the sister. Shout out to my brother, his dad. Love him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Always going to be there for them if they ever need me in terms of, friendship or opinions or whatever. I understand. Look, I'm going to tell you like this. In any friendship, every friendship is not equal. There's going to be a time when they need you more than you need them or whatever. They don't appreciate me. Certain people just don't appreciate or they don't understand why certain people are in their lives, But I think that the best thing for Tio, spirituality got to be structured and is one face, one spirit, not everything else. You know what I'm saying? And you got to find your happiness and you got to reinvent yourself and reestablish a purpose that's going to sustain your goals and being great and wanting to be great. That's it. Boxing Talk con los 10 pesos. Let's keep it real. Tio did everything he could do. He was trying to get married, be a good father, trying to break generational curses. Every time I see Tio, he looks like he's drowning. I feel for the kid. Yo. Boxing, I think so too, man. I think so too. Let's keep it real. Tio did everything he could do. He was trying to get married. Facts. Be a good father. Facts. He's a great father. Given the chance, he's a great father. He's a good dude. He's generally a good guy, man. Very humble kid. Generational curse. Every time I see, he looks like Tio just does not look like somebody that's happy. I feel like I feel Tio puts more weight on his shoulder. He already got enough weight on his shoulder. And he adds onto his shoulder. And I think also that think I don't know, man. I like the dynamic of I think he's trying to save everybody else except himself. You know what I'm saying? He said, what on the street had a little convo before the Shakur fight, whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just ain't look right. It ain't look right. And what was said after, you got to get that confidence. You got to get that love. You got to that true self-love, that true self-confidence, that truth, that real, authentic, genuine. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna say it like this: a lot of fighters, because of the line of work, again, they have to mind fuck themselves in a way. You know, to prepare for them for war, prepare to accomplish certain things. But you know, I think also you have to limit the conspiracy theories around you. That's one thing. Has to limit that. Has to limit that. The situation with the turkey, the situation what he put on not tweeted, what he posted on IG when he responded to somebody. What he said, I gave them what they wanted. No, what are you talking about? Give who what they wanted? Like who? Who you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Nah. Boxing Talk with a $10. God bless you, Boxing Talk. I appreciate you for donating to today's live, man. Thank you, man. Much needed, much respected. Senior, I got mad love for you, but your son needs for you to heal. He needs you to be an anchor and not be an added burden. He needs to overcome. Y'all came in this together. He needs Senior that they got. Yeah, man, the dynamic duo. His son needs his dad, and his dad needs this. Yeah, man, you correct. You correct. I mean, if you look at that press conference again, go look at the press conference again, and look at the part when Shakur Stevenson take the liquor out. You could see the energy of Teo calm down. And I'm only saying what I'm saying because this is all public records, everything and stuff like that. Ain't nothing that, but you could see that. You could see that pinch the nerve. You could see a saddened Teo. The energy went like this. Like it was almost like, and then he went personal with Jay Prince. Where my wife and my kid live at, and indicating that, you know what I'm saying? Indicating that there's a danger in me dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? He gave that indication. His father didn't show to the press conference, and then Wiley, and then they all got on his dad, and it got to the point where, and then in the post-fight interview, Teo Sr. got out the ring, and then blah, blah, and then his, you know what I'm saying, it ain't look good. And for maybe like a guy like Teo, it was just too much. It was like, damn, maybe he felt that. I think he always trying to clean something up. I think he's trying to take care of everybody else and forgets about himself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the indication. I think there was a sadness there. I don't know. That's one thing. If I ask him, or maybe one day we'll chop it up on the channel, or maybe one of y'all could ask him, or y'all could remind me asking him. I said, how did he truly feel in that press conference? You know what I'm saying? Boxing Talk. God bless, bruh. With the $10 super chat, compra comida china. También. Porfa, no, porfa rice. His ex-wife was able to see the brokenness in his soul and used his childhood trauma against him. She into psychology, older than him, all the making for a disaster. It's sad how much she manipulated him. Woo, yo, boxing talk. Hey, yo, boxing talk. Hey, who you been talking to? Yo, because he looked like he's saying it to a T, bruh. I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think of you, Tio. Shit, because you man accurate, bro. Hey, yo, boxing talk. Hey, yo, you Tio? I don't know about. Said I was able to see his broken. I've been waiting for this night. His ex-wife was able to see the brokenness in his soul and used his childhood trauma against him. She into psychology, older than him. All the making for a disaster. It's sad how much she manipulated him. Hey, maybe. I mean, look. Hey, yo, why I always said this? Boxing talk. How many times I said this in live? When we talking about relationships and things of that nature, I always say that weak men go for vulnerable women. And guess what? There are women that knows how to go and get vulnerable men as well. See, there's vulnerable men, but vulnerable men, they hide it with money. When you have money, it doesn't seem like you're vulnerable, but you do shit that is vulnerable, that is deems vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? The money, the act to make you vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? That hides the vulnerabilities. But a woman know. First, a woman don't even think that women could get men based off what they got down there. They don't even have to say words. They don't have to say too much words. But if they got this good, y la cotorra, ay, that woman is the devil. A woman just could get you based off this. Just based off this. But if she could get you based off this, and this, if this down there and this is coexisting at the highest level, man, she got that, man. And I think that's what happened. That's Deontay Wilder's ex-wife. Deontay Wilder's ex-wife. She had this, the body, and she was smart. Yes, that's what got Deontay Wilder crazy, bro. You see Deontay Wilder's new girl that he was walking around. He tried to get the girl that looks almost exactly like his ex. Mira Kanye West. Lose his mom. I don't think if his mom was alive, he'll be with Kim Kardashian. Look at his mom passed away, and look at Kim Kardashian. She got this. Y tiene power, tiene dinero. Se lo comió Kanye West. Mira, Kanye West, look how he turned. I like Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? But in that position, you telling me you couldn't be with no other woman? There's a lot of vulnerable men. There's a lot of men that's still in their inner childhood. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world, man, everybody taking advantage of everybody. Bro, the whole Bible warned about wayward women. Check the book of Proverbs. Every man's downfall is by who he slept with. Proverbs 31. Don't give your strength to women, your ways to those that destroy kings. Of course. And that's why I always say that and good looking out boxing talk. That's why I always say that men needs to be the extension of God and go through God's order. Man in Christ, man over woman, woman over children. And men, that's why you think in this society they try to weaken men. They try to come with terminology, toxic masculinity. I never heard that word 10 years ago. I never heard that phrase. They get toxic masculinity. What is toxic masculinity? What is that? What is that? I never heard that word growing up. Where that word came from, where that phrase came from, that it became a universal phrase. Now, I'm not going to say universal, but universal in the Western. Toxic masculinity. Don't be too man. It's not good. So not being masculine man is not good. It's of the devil. See, they found out that there was a playbook that if you could enter a home and take away the man, right, that they could cripple the whole family, because the man is the head of the household. Cut the chicken off and everything is wild. If they could do that in the household, let's do that in the biggest house. Let's do that in America. You understand what I'm trying to say? Forget about the la casita. Now they doing it in America. Like if America was a whole house, cut the man. The straight conservative, and I'm not talking about political, I'm talking about traditional conservative straight man that love God is the enemy of America. Just look at 4 or 5 years ago what they try to do. Yo, I don't. In one sense, this is the part that there's certain people that don't like Donald Trump and all that. Is for me, to be honest, it's not about Donald Trump being president. Is the culture that he brings and leads. Because before him, we was heading, we was diving into la mujeres con pinga in the bathrooms with our children. It was becoming regular. We have 4 more years of somebody of the crazy army, bruh. 4 more years. Man, we was diving in. You couldn't even see sports. Yo, I was watching a football. When was the time I was watching a football game? I was watching a football game and they had the Doritos commercial with the 2 guys with beers hugging each other, my brother. This was at 9 o'clock. It was getting too out of hand. You watching the movie, Mike, movie cartoons, you know what I'm saying? And that they're already implementing la pajeria. It was getting out of hand. I don't care what anybody say. I'm glad that this guy's Captain Orange is president, because he brought that culture, that culture of people, and now they leading. No. Jesucristo is good, God is good, and this, and no tran. We don't hear that stuff like that. Like we was hearing for you 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago and stuff like that. It calmed down. Where I live, where you know what I'm saying, there was a Target, and they was putting the Pride thing, the Pride kids clothing Pride. You know, they took it out. They took it out. In the past year, last year they took it out. Gap, Old Navy, they took it out. It was in the forefront. Kids' clothes, bro. Rainbow stuff. It was heading to a bad. It was heading. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad though. No. I think his presence it's not even about policies and all that shit. It just brings a whole different type of energy culture that was needed. La mujeres con pinga, being the teachers and stuff like that. Oh, Kamala's Harry. Yes, mira. Ay. Kamala Harris was evil. The people that voted, people voted for that woman. No vamos a hablar de eso because then when we talk politics and that's when people be like, yo, Punch, really? I don't talk politics. I don't want to talk politics either. At the end of the day, it's always going to be the same thing. See, so it's going to be a Democrat going to be, and then a Republican going to be president, then a Democrat going to be president, and then it's going to be changing. And they all friends at the end of the day. Behind closed doors, they all friends. It's just like a defense attorney and the prosecutor. After they deal with the case, they go to lunch together. They go to lunch together, my brother. Do you know, I put it this way. You know what I found out? When I was going to family court, right? My attorney that was defending me, right? My attorney was friends with my baby mom's attorney. They was cool. I'm like, wow. Yeah, you're fired. But it's like that. It's a small community. And it's like that in criminal cases as well. Hey, yo, man, give my guy a little break. Let's work out a deal and stuff like that. And I hope you're on the next case and I will throw you one. Because these guys don't look. That's one thing. The attorneys, yeah, man, this is. If you're an attorney and you could work to defend a pedo, I'm sorry, bro. It's certain jobs. There's just certain jobs that I can't have the stomach to have. Attorneys, lawyers don't look at people like humans. They took their feelings away from it. They look at it like a game. It's a game to them. You know that for attorneys, it's a game. Win or losses, it's about their portfolio. So when they win, hey, when they lose, they don't care about la gente. They don't care about the family. They don't care about if there's an attorney that's trying to take this father away from their kids. Ese tigre no le importa, bro. Coach, good looking now with the foul. Appreciate you. Boxing talk about family court is really geared to destroy the family. Facts. If you're a good dad, do you get a fair shake or no matter what they out to get you? Nope. I've heard stories, but I trust you. Keep it 100. Nah, man. They out to get you. They out to get you. But that's why I tell fathers, you gotta when things fall off, go to court right away. Go to court right away. Get yourself a good attorney and stuff like that. Go for physical joint custody right away. If you let the woman act on first, then it's her word and everything is against you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's geared for the women. It's geared for the woman. It is geared to destroy the family. It's a business. One of the biggest business it's one of the biggest business in America, bro. It's one of the biggest business in America. And that's not going to change. You know why it doesn't change? Because one of the things that men don't do, men don't come together. Fathers don't come together to protest like the women do for los pájaros. Fathers don't come together because men have a culture that when we are we just don't have a unity in terms of helping one another go through those situations. You know, when women have problems with their baby daddy, they got their friends, their 6 friends to help them out. Leave that dude, and they talk their way through it, right? They have mothers and grandmothers to coach the daughters and the granddaughters how to take the father to court. But the fathers here, even when you have a friend that don't take care of their kids, that friend don't hold that man accountable. Don't hold this other friend accountable. Yo, my man, take care of your kids, my brother. I don't trust you. You can't be my friend, bro. Hey, yo, put it this way, bro. I'm gonna say it like this: any man that's doing business with any other man, if you in the street or you're doing legit business, if that dude cannot be loyal to his own children, how the hell you think how you think he's gonna be loyal to you as a friend? If your boy cannot be loyal to his own kids and be there for his own kids, how you think that man is going to be there for you? Your friend is going to be there for you and loyal to you? He's going to snitch on you right away. He doesn't even care about his kids. He don't fight for his kids. You think he's going to fight for you? Nah, man. That bitch is crazy. And you know what? I remember when I got joint physical custody with my son. You know what? The attorney, my baby mom's attorney, he says, I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. He wanted to shake my hand. I said, yo, my man, I push his hand off. Like, I push his hand off. I said, man, that's sick. That's all I said. Sick. He wanted to shake my hand. You know why? Because throughout the case, the 11 months of us going back and forth, he knew that I was a great dad. He knew everything about me. He knew everything about me raising my son and all of that stuff. Él tenía vergüenza, bro. It was shameful. He knew deep down in his heart that the way they was trying to play me was evil, bro. And that's why he wanted to apologize to me outside of the court. I know that shit was eating him alive. When he go back home, I said, damn, man, why am I? He's probably, I don't know if he had a kid, but probably he's with his wife at home. And yo, man, I got this case. And I know this guy's a great father, bro. I know this guy's a great father. You know what I'm saying? Because her attorney was friends with her husband that is an attorney. Her husband didn't want to represent my baby moms in our case. So that attorney knew everything about me. You understand what I'm saying, folks? I'm giving you something personal. Her attorney was her husband's friend. Her husband didn't want to represent my baby mom's husband. Didn't want to represent us in the court in our court case. So that man knew everything about me. Everything about me. Knew every time I see my kid, how I took care of my kid since day one, and that's why in the end, when I had the joint physical custody and I got custody of my son, they had to apologize to me, bro. And I seen the face because of the, I know he was like, man, yo. Because she wanted sole physical custody. She wanted sole physical custody. She was trying to play me dirty. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust attorneys, man. They get paid to do a job. I don't care what type of lives they screw. Boxing Talk on the real is a conversation like this that get the devil mad. So I pray God bless everyone in this chat in Jesus' name against any weird spirit as a result of this convo. Love to each and all of you on this chat. Jesus is King. Yes. King. Kings of all kings. Good looking out, Boxing Talk. Appreciate you. Colo 20 pesos. God bless. Boxing Talk. Yeah, man, damn. We went away from boxing, but things needs to be said. I always say that boxing translates to life itself. I have 3 kids by one man, 2 with health issues, 500 child support, no Medicaid because of child support. Doctor's appointment meds cost over $3,000. First half got to be paid by me. I'm sorry. 3 kids by one man, 2 with health issues, 500 child support, no Medicaid because of child support. Doctor's appointments and meds over cost $3,000 a month. That's unfortunate. Look, every situation is not the same. That's unfortunate. Every situation is not the same. They are deadbeat dads. Then they are good dads. And then there's good dads that they take that women take to court. And then the court awards them less than when a man was giving them when they was working things out by themselves. Then there's other situation where the man, there's deadbeat, don't do nothing for the kid. And there's a situation where the man do everything for the kid, and the baby mama really is not being the not doing her true part, her 50 part. You know what I'm saying? I seen a situation where look, I remember there was one time in court where the dude was giving his baby moms $500 a week. $500 a week, right? But it looked like he was in the game, right? And the judge awarded him to pay $25 a week because he didn't have a job. He was making his money like that. And then I remember he came and looked at this stupid, and she was crying. No, but you gotta do that. I said, look at you, stupid. I was giving you $500 a week. You wanted to take me to court and shit like that, and now you get $25. Sometimes it backfires on the woman. I think it was $25 or $65. I forgot what it was. 65. But I know that when you don't got a job or whatever, you got a criminal record and stuff like that, $25. I said, I'm sorry because I pushed the issue. Would have preferred to have Medicaid instead of child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to just really be upfront and work it out together. You know? But everybody has different issues. But the most issues that people, when men do talk about is they try to take it for the money and stuff like that. Like I'm going to say it like this. Money comes and goes. Money comes and goes. Money comes and goes. Money is not forever. And then the years go by. You're going to get this. And like, yo, if people are not together, that doesn't mean that you go after them as their father or their mother, man. Like, leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you, you have good relationships. If people make it a point to have good relations with the mother and the father of their children, yo, is nothing better than that. It is nothing better than that. I know in relationships people break up, and a lot of breakups is a very bad breakup, but it's within the relationship for the most part. But you keep that parent, you're their father, and I love you for that. I respect you for that. I'm their mother and stuff like that. Let's work things out. There's going to be times where the father's going through bad times where he might not be able to help as much like that. All right, you don't got the money, yo, but you okay. So I'm putting in this work. You don't pick up the kids here, do this, do that, and do that. Just got to work it out. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids get older and the kids going to appreciate that. We don't know. Our kids go through that. Our kids go through it, bro. The older my son, I know my son was opening up and having me conversation. My son, look, my son never remember me and my baby mom together. We stopped dealing with each other a long time when he was 3 years old, 3 years old, and stuff like that. He don't have no recollection of me and his mom ever being something. But we always had issues. It's always tension. Always been tension. So when he's playing high school, when he was playing by a couple of years or a year ago, when he was playing his high school games, and his mom, if his mom shows up to the game, my son would look, and let's say if she's trying to have a conversation with me, and my son would be like, almost like to leave me alone, like don't even talk to him, don't even talk to my dad. And my son would say he gets real nervous when me and his mother is in the same, because all he heard is just negativity. All he heard from maybe when he's in her house, she always talking shit about me and stuff like that. And then I'm like, yo, this is what your mom tried to do to me. My son understand the court because I took custody of him, so he understand. He understands all that tension. So when he see his mom and dad in the same area, he couldn't concentrate. couldn't concentrate playing ball. He don't like it. He does not like it at all. If she tries to contact me, he doesn't like it. Don't leave my dad alone. And it's not good. It's not good. It's that tension. Can you now you can imagine your kids with that tension? Like the two most important people in his life that he loves the most, but he don't want to. He can't have them at the same. He don't want to. It gets him too. He can't concentrate. You know, it's not good. You know, it's not good. So mother and father got to work things out. Yeah, every day they're gonna grow up, and then what? They can't hate you forever. They can't have your money forever. You know, worst boxer ever. Ryan is But yeah, man. This Friday, well, this Saturday is gonna be Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora. Harper versus Dubois. That's gonna be a good woman fight as well. It's gonna be tough. I think it'll be a draw. I think it's gonna be a split decision or a draw. I like Dubois is good, but Camila did pretty good, and she was getting credit for. Harper is good, but she's been stop standing. It's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a tough fight. I would edge it to Dubois. But Harper, Kerry Harper, I think it could be. I think it'll be a split decision, Dubois, or it could be a draw. It's gonna be a competitive fight. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be highly competitive. He said, most def get that. Just wanted y'all to know us females not really happy after doing some dumb stuff out of anger. Facts, man. And I'm glad that there's individuals like yourself that really keep it real. That, you know, a lot of the stuff is done out of anger. Like I know that my son's mom did things out of anger, and then it gets to the point where they get out of that anger, and now they realize, come on, this guy was a good dude, man. Always there for a child. His son loves him, and I'm happy that I'm the father. And then guess what? I'm not comfortable in trusting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm civil as hell. I could be civil, but going through that experience really changed how I see things, to be honest. Going through that experience, I don't trust women fully like that anymore. I don't believe in the system. I don't have, you know, I'm just, you know, it changed how I see certain women in certain situations. I always used to think that a dude that didn't respect, I used to think a dude that didn't take care of their kids or their deadbeat, their low lives and all that stuff. But then I'm like, yo, I don't know their situation, because there have been situations where I'm like, I remember one of my boys said, he was having a lot of tension. He was going through family court, and then his baby mom leaves without really telling him that she's moving to Atlanta. And she moved to Atlanta. I said, yo, why don't you go to court for kidnapping? You know that she can't do that. And he goes, man, just let her go, man. I'm good with that. I'll travel in the summer. I can't deal with that woman, or something's going to happen to me or her. Because of that deep hatred and the beef that had him. I could see the guy, he wasn't there. He was in a bad mood. And then he rather him not have that tension and day and day beef with his baby mom. He rather see his kid in the summer and let her move, and he didn't fight for her like that. He said, I'll just pay the child support. I don't care. And sometimes in the moment, they think they win. Mothers think they win. I got you. Yeah, I got you. You ain't nobody. It's no good. I've noticed. I didn't know when I was younger. I didn't think it was like that. I was naive about that. Now I understand. I don't agree, but I understand that sometimes Yo, I keep it real. There was a point in my life and I said, yo, I started asking a question. I said, man, should I turn myself in? Because I'm on the verge of doing something. I'm getting this evil thought. I'm on the verge of doing something. When there was a time when we had our first couple court dates and they said I only could see my son from Thursday for 2 hours and then Friday sleepover and then drop him off Saturday morning. And I was telling the judge, man, I could see my son every day. I don't need no schedule. I've been with my son every day since he was born. When can you see your son? From Monday? Every day. I pick him up from school. I even got my apartment right across the street from him, from his school. I pick him up from school. I take him I take him to the doctor appointment. This is what I do. I've been a father every day. And when they strip my days, and then in the first time when they get you, you know what the attorneys tell these women, get them for sole custody, and child support, and order protection. So right there, you can't see your kid until the first court date. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. It feel like somebody stabbed me, bro, in the heart, the back, and had my balls squeezed out. When a couple of days passed by, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it, folks. I couldn't take it. Something was gonna happen, bro. Something was gonna happen. So I know, and that feeling, I understood that there's some guys that just don't want to deal with that, man. They don't want to deal with that. Who wants to deal with an enemy every day? And then you have to deal with them because you have a child with them. So the best gift in the world, but you have a misery también. You got the best gift in the world that you love, but you're dealing with the enemy at the same time. Your worst enemy that you have to deal with the best gift in the world. You know how hard that is? Mentally wise. That you have to deal with your enemy with the best gift in the world, with your best love of the world. Mira eso. Yo, to be honest, I don't wish that feeling on no man, not even my worst hater. I wish on that. I wish that period of my life mentally, what I dealt with, I don't wish that on anybody, man. The way that there's women that they will use their child against you. Evil, man. That even gets me angry right now, even thinking about it, folks. Evil, bro. Evil. That's evil to tell a good man when he cannot see his child. That's why the Bible says to stay away from the judge and settle out of court. Also why he hates divorce, because it opens all this evil. Oh yeah. Maybe that's why Papoose don't want to get a divorce. Good looking now, boxing talk. Yeah, man. Because you could, oh my God. I'm still, yo, boxing, if y'all could tell, I'm not over it, bro. I'm not over it, to be honest. No, because that emotion and that anger, it was ingrained, bro. Because you feel like I felt like at the time I'm fighting the world for a fight that I'm not supposed to fight. I'm not supposed to fight. I remember when I got my son and she said, "You won." This wasn't a game. This wasn't a game about winning and losing. I didn't win. And you think for the small part, oh yeah, I got my son, right? Okay. I fought for it. But that experience left the print, bro. I have to pray to God every day, man, to release that inner anger that I just don't trust, man. I'm going through that situation. Nah, man. Nah. Because now it's like when you even think about having other kids, it's like you're giving somebody a weapon. Instead of saying that you giving somebody a blessing, somebody else a blessing for you to share with, you giving somebody else a weapon like that. A child is like a weapon at the same time for that other person to use it against you whenever they want. And you got to play your cards right. Because if you be like, man, I don't want to deal with that, I'm not dealing with that type of. I tell the truth. With my with my two little ones, if I have to go through that situation again, yeah, go hello, yeah, be with them, yeah. I'm not. I don't have no fight in me, to be honest. I don't want to deal with it. No, I only want to be a parent in a great situation. No, I see no. I have to protect myself at the same time. People have to protect themselves. It is what it is, and let where the chips where they fall. No, that fight. There's certain things that a fight is good and is and healthy for the same, but there's certain fight that leaves that type of. It's almost like when people go to war, and you get the PTSD. Oh, they could win the war. They back from war. The whole family loves you. They appreciate you and stuff like that. But the PTSD is still fucked up, and that's what I'm going through. That fight in court, in family court, I got PTSD. If there's any PTSD, I got family court. I got PT. That's my new shit. I'm going to start using it. You know what I'm saying? In conversation, I got PTSD or family court. Oh, I'm not over it. No. If I pass around there in court downtown, I see that family court, man. That situation makes you think about thoughts that you never thought you had in your life, man. Like, oh yeah, I'm capable of doing this. I'm capable of doing that. Man, I thought about the most evil shit on the whole world. I used to look at the judge. One time I told the you don't call it a judge. I told the judge, why you don't look at me? For all these months, you can't even look at me in the eye. You telling me when I can see my son. Look at me in the eye. Yo, I told the judge, look at me. When you're talking to me, look at me. Mr. Gomez, you're not you have an attorney. You shouldn't talk to your attorney. We're gonna hold you to a contempt. I said, hold me to the contempt. Oh, hold me to the contempt. If you could tell my child that I'm supposed to pick him up at 4 o'clock, you tell my child that I'm not here, that I can't pick him up because I'm in jail. The reason why I'm in jail, but nobody tells you to come over here. I said like this, you told me to come over here. It says I got a warrant right here if I don't come today. Coño, le dije así. Man, yo, even when I think about it, my brother, even when I think about it, yo odio the family court. Que se mueran toda esa gente. Nah. Yeah, man. I was held to contempt like 2, 3. We're gonna hold you to a contempt. The judge, she had the nerve to say, but no one told you to come here. No one told me to come here. I have a warrant that I won't come over here. You're going to arrest me if I don't come over here, estúpida. Yo, I wish, folks. I wish, bro. Yo, I'll tell you the truth. If my life, and I'm talking about the family court, if it was documented and like if it was a reality show, I think I'll be one of the most famous people in America. I'll be one of them. And just be honest. And to be honest, if there was a documentary on my experience in family court, I'll be one of the most beloved men, fathers in this generation. To be honest, it was a reality. It was a show, bro. I used to do shows. It got to the point that even my baby mom was saying, calm down, Eddie, calm down. Relax, calm down. Like she was trying to calm me down. Can't calm me down. I'm here for you. No, I don't care. Put me in jail. You're gonna have to explain to my child why I'm in jail, because at the end of the day, if I put me in jail, the reason why I'm in jail is because I'm here to fight for my son. So at the end of the day, I'm still gonna win. Nah, y'all told y'all like fucking 4 times we have and I'm telling the judge, but you haven't. Not one you ever look at me in the eye. You look at me like I'm a number. No, look. Don't be judging me like the other fathers and stuff like that. Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's bad. And inside, she was loving every minute of it. She was loving every minute of it. Because the pain of probably me not wanting to be with her, she's like, aha, that's good. Yeah, feel that pain. But the expense of my son. He said, don't talk about when them kids grow. Oh, my kids, hey yo. My son knows everything. Hey, yo, my son have read the court papers from front and back, 3 pages of it. I made my son read that. I made my son read it to the age 8. I remember one time we was in court. She says, he talks about the court proceedings with our child. And you know what they told me? She says, oh, you cannot talk about the court proceeding with the child. I said, y'all take everything from me. Y'all want to take my days, my fatherhood, and my money, and you want me to lie on my son? No, I'm gonna tell my son the truth. If that's the thing, that's one thing you're not gonna take away from me. I'm gonna tell my son the truth. Because if I don't pick him up today, and my son is used to seeing me almost every day, and why, daddy, I'm not seeing my dad today? Oh no, because he's at work. No, it's because you guys didn't want to let me see my son today. I'm not gonna lie to him. So then y'all could create a deadbeat. Because I'm para la mierda. We're gonna hold you to contempt and stuff. Let your attorney. You fired. Yo, I had 3 attorneys. I fired 2 attorneys in the spot. Cause the judge, and I say, yo, my mouthpiece, say this to her, to say this to her, and my attorney didn't like, he wasn't quick enough and she was talking, oh, let your attorney speak for you. He fired. I know what you talking about. I'm not gonna lie to my son for you. For y'all, I'm not gonna lie to my son for you. You can't even look at me in the eye. Fuck out of here. I said, let me get my milk and peanut butter sandwiches and stuff like that. Because I'm hungry anyway. Hold me to contempt. Take me to jail. I don't care. Shit. I remember the first couple of days I came suited and booted. By the time the 3rd, 4th court day that they're not treating me good, I came with my hoodie that said, fuck the nigga trying to look good and presentable. Because I'm para la mierda ustedes. Where's my hat? And I remember when I walked down, the next time, can you take your hat off? Can't take my hat off. Y'all didn't respect me when I came with a 3-piece suit. Hey, yo, the first couple of court, I came with a 3-piece suit. Como yo soy fucking John Gotti. About the 4th court day, they was treating me like shit. I came with my hoodie, and y'all, if y'all gonna look at me like a thug, I'm gonna come as a thug too. Yo, I got story, man. Yo, I'm telling you, I wish I could have had 5 miles. Nah, I ended with my 3rd attorney to the 3rd attorney in the last court day. I was giving up my father's rights. That's how 11 months of court battle. And I give my father's rights. I said, look, I'm walking here. I'm going to give my father's right. My attorney was like, nah, don't do that. That's a big mistake. Don't. I say, look, you are my mouthpiece. I'm done with this. I'm too stressed out. You know, I'm losing my mind. I'm fighting everybody. I'm going to the street. I'm having fights. I'm going to a bar. Anybody look at me, I'm fist fighting. I'm blanking out on everybody to the point it's not even healthy. You know what I'm saying? The only time I'm right is when I was with my son. But when I'm not with my son, I am a demon walking. You didn't, people, you didn't want to know me. You didn't want to know me around that time. You don't want to know me. I was a ticking time bomb everywhere I go. I've been in bars watching, and I've smashed TVs. If the Knicks is low, I was in bad mood, man. I was bad mood. I was a temper, bro. Not even the Incredible Hulk could fuck with me around that time. I'm for real. If Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson in his prime wanted to fight me around that time, I'll tell you the truth. With the anger that I had, ay, me tiro con ellos. And I said, I'm giving my father's rights. Oh, no, you don't want to, there's a mistake. Yeah, I'm following my father's right. When we started the court that day, and he didn't want to say, I said, I'm giving my father's rights away. Excuse me, I'm giving my father's rights. You guys are taking everything away from me. Y'all don't let me be a father or stuff like that. I'm mentally sick right now. I'm giving my father's rights. I don't want to deal with this woman. I don't want to deal with none of this situation and stuff like that. I have to save myself. Then the judge finally, esa porquería de mujer, finally looked at me and said, no. It seems like you've been a father since day one. Let's move this into the conference room. After lunch, we're going to move to this conference room. And then we moved this to the conference room. And then she said, okay, I'm going to give you 7 minutes and explain to me from the beginning to day. And then we're going to go to Mrs. And for the first time in 11 months now. But you know, it took me to say I'm giving up my father's rights. But they knew, these porquería de gente knew that I was the super fucking father in the world, bro. I was the dad, bro. If they had an award for the best father in the world, I was gonna be number one. That's the pride that I have about being a father. I'm a bum in everything in life. But in being a father, yo soy un rey, mi hermano. Yo soy un rey. So we went to the conference room. And I said everything from day one. I do this, I do that. Take him to the. I had doctor's notes that I take him to his appointments. The church, the schools, all the teachers, the coaches, the swimming coach, I had it all. Nothing could deny. She knows that. And then. And when they go to it, and she was saying, "Is this true? Is this true?" I said, "Look, put us under oath again, because if she lied, I'm gonna sue her for defamation and throw esa vaina. Just put us under oath again." And she was like, "No, it's true. He did. It's true. Did he live with? Does he live with him? And he lives with him from this year and this? Yes, true." And then she said, "But I still want physical sole custody." She said, "With this father, ma'am, you would never have sole physical custody." And man, my attorney was like, "Okay, relax. That's it." Because she started seeing now. Ahora. But ladies and gentlemen, we went to the breaking point of me saying I'm giving my father's rights. Because that's what they want. Really? And maybe if it was another judge, they would have been like, fuck it, give your father's rights. But something had to tell these people like, yo, right, there's some deadbeats, but this guy is a father. We're actually truly stripping we're really taking a father away from this kid. He seems like the greatest thing. Pause, you gotta do it. I got to, right, Maxita? Yo, good looking now. You say, yo, you need to do stand-up comedy special or a skit on this. This is a tragic, but a skit on this could go viral. This could be the angle for your channel to do a skit. But I did, hey, yo, that's why I got the channel VOVBM that I'm supposed to delete because Canelo lost the bud. But I did do a channel, VOVBM. I did a channel, VOVBM, talking about this, telling guys how to go by dealing with what I call yo. I look. Let me see, Mr. Low. Look, Boxing Talk. I even lost the passcode. That's why I can't even do a video. Look. That's my channel. Look, folks. I haven't done it since 3 years. Look. Fathers that slack until baby mama takes them to court. Baby mama, new boyfriend. Don't lie to your new woman. Tell her the truth to your baby mama. Child support hinders you to get a business loan and mortgage. Look. VOVBM, victims of vindictive baby mamas. If y'all I got some videos there if y'all want to check it out. Before it's my VOVBM, victims of vindictive baby mamas. Yo. Pause, you gotta be, yo, by the way, wow. VOVBM. No, VOVP. I mean, VOVP. There you go. Wait. Yo, because the whole situation again, even it's like I do it comedic, because in the end of the day, that's just my humor. That's the way that you know what? I thank God that He gave me some type of sense of humor, because if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for laughter, yo, boxing talk. I even forgot the password. That's why I can't even do new videos. I even forgot the email that I had. I gotta find it some way, somehow. I want to do a new video. But yeah, man, it's sad, man. It's a sad situation, man. So me looking at Deontay Wilder's anger, it comes from that. Dealing with what he's going through. Ryan Garcia, when he was going through his baby mama issues and stuff like that, couldn't see his daughter. It's because of that. Teofimo, it's because of that. Especially when you're Ryan is homegrown. Ryan is a really good guy, and Teo is a good guy, and Devin is a good guy. These kids are good. These young men are good. They don't come from the street like that. They come from fathers that took care of them really good, and they are good fathers to their children. But these women, the battles that they have with women is the toughest fight. The easy fight is the physical form inside the ring, but the toughest fight is outside of the ring with these women. Good looking now, man, with the $5. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Boxing Talk. Yeah, man. I really thoroughly gotta find that gotta find that password for me to do more videos. But ladies and gentlemen, it's getting late, man. Getting sleepy, man. Tomorrow I'll probably go live in the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Around the same time, around 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. And stuff like that. We're gonna be doing a breakdown of Chisora and Deontay Wilder. We're gonna do the predictions tomorrow. We're gonna do predictions for Harper and Dubois. We're also gonna do predictions for the next week at Madison Square Garden. Shadeja Green gonna be fighting Lanny Daniels. Lanny Daniels, who was the opponent before the French Uncle the draw for Clarissa Shields. Hopefully, Shadeja Green does outperform Clarissa Shields versus Lanny Daniels. And we got Alicia Baumgartner in the main event. Shout out to MVP ESPN. That's gonna be their first big show since they locked that contract down. So shout out to the women boxing is doing their thing. Ring did their thing with Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Golden Boy Promotions did their thing with the Honor Barbosa. PBC did their thing with Fundura versus Keith from Tom Thurman. So everybody, Top Rank already locked their deal. They secure the Boots Ennis versus Anders Zayas. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow as well. So look, every entity is doing their thing. Sky Sport just locked a deal with MVP. The Zone got all the promoters that we've been stressing them to be together. PBC got the fight with David Benavidez versus Sudo Ramirez next month. So, man, what more can we ask for? I think this is going to be one of the more historic years in the sport of boxing. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Tomorrow we'll be back at it around 10 p.m. Eastern time. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.